Everyone has an angel.
Narration. A crappy cover version of a good song on the soundtrack. Get used to it because it happens
with your feet in the air and your head on the ground.
With every
makes you larger.
Single song.
Turn off your mind, relax and float downstream.
This guy shakes his head no, and we're supposed to know what that means. No, you didn't win Miss America? No, you don't have herpes? No, you're not being paid for this film? Whatever it is he's saying no to, she runs into the other room in a panic, which helps me, the viewer, understand exactly diddly squat. Reveal of the dead mother, just in case the viewer assumes that it was their dog that died or something. It's raining at a funeral where all the umbrellas are black cliché. It's convenient that the text that is important to this montage happened to type bolder than the rest of this text. There is a lot of implied character development going on right now. This is the same angry lawyer who just got pissed about some dead guy's will, right? And his immediate thought is to go rape some boarding house girl? And this specific girl? Then he, changes his mind, I guess, and turns to go rape someone else, but then shows he also has the key to this girl's room. He went from lawyer to slave-owning dungeon master in like 10 seconds. Look, movie, at this point I'm gonna have to refuse to care about anything I see on screen until it slightly remotely makes a modicum of sense. Oh, she's hanging from a thing, and that one guy is kicking something, and yet I feel nothing. Where did she get the gun? Oh, I already don't care. This girl is a stormtrooper-level terrible shot. She is 5 feet away from a pretty large man and still misses. So did the bullet ricochet off the light bulb, then off the steam pipe, and then into the sister's head? Wuss. In her continued pursuit to make terrible decisions, she throws the gun on the floor, giving her potential assailant the option to pick it up and shoot her if he pleases. Apparently that shot they gave her sedated her and fixed her mascara. I have no idea what's happening, or what stories either of these individuals told police, but somehow they f***ing let her go in the custody of that guy that attacked her. Irregular rain patterns on a car window turn into movie's title, and that's actually the most sensible thing I've seen so far. And that's saying something. I have no idea if this was once a custom, but I'm sinning this house for having the name of the house and the city and state on the sign, like a goddamn expositional warning beacon. I've been watching this movie for 5 straight minutes, and I have no earthly idea why she's being committed. Does that say more about me or the movie? Also, you can kind of make out the faint pink of her clothing. Otherwise, it's black and white, which is par for the course on a Zack Snyder film. Mute the colors, mute the characters, mute the story. Interior sign tells the whole story, while exterior sign makes no mention of the facility's mission.
Female, age 20.
Wait, 20? Why didn't she just run away with her sister after her mother died? Aw man, they dragged poor pre-fame Oscar Isaac into this, didn't they?
So this is what we call the theater.
And what I call obnoxiously breaking the fourth wall.
Polish therapy.
That's racist. Goddamn, Carla Gugino, is there any comic graphic novel adaptation you won't star in? Watchmen, Sin City, this? What's that you say? This isn't an adaptation of a comic? Zack Snyder actually wrote this movie? Wow, that kind of explains things.
I told the police she lost her mind when her mother died. The truth is a little more complicated.
Well, he tried to rape her and her little sister, then she tried to shoot him, but killed her sister. I guess that qualifies as a little more complicated.
Don't worry. She won't even remember her name when I'm done with her.
But until you're actually done with her, is this a smart thing to say? What the f*** is going on? No, seriously, what the f*** is going on? Why not tell the therapist about the head orderly's plan to lobotomize you because your rapist stepfather paid him off? There's actual proof, the Ford signature. I'm getting a strong feeling that this movie is going to be mostly slow-motion montages. Also, most of the budget clearly went to CGI, but the other thing they spent a load of money on was eyeshadow.
This is a joke, right?
If only. And suddenly you learn this is all a stage play, which does nothing to reduce my own viewer's WTF meter.
So, how'd you become an orphan?
That's a question that basically never needs answering, as the answer is likely to include abandonment, suicide, and other horrors orphan children are better off not thinking about.
These are the rooms where we take the clients.
Discount Bunny Ranch.
She looks stuck up to me.
Why does the brothel have a ballet practice room? And why are so many of the prostitutes here into ballet?
Everybody gets a dance, a routine. We practice it, we practice it, we practice it, and the men come and watch us perform, and if they like what they see...
This is a needlessly complicated way to run a whorehouse. Is there a rival whorehouse across town where the girls are all really talented artists, and whoever's painting the client likes best is the one he chooses? Of course there's not a rival whorehouse. This is a fantasy world. That takes place in a play. How doesn't this girl know that spending your first night in prison crying is bad? Did she not see Shawshank? And if prostituting wasn't enough, she has to clean the floor like f***ing Little Orphan Annie.
If you do not dance, you have no purpose.
What the f*** kind of f***ed up brothel is this? I realize she's having some kind of vision right now, but, they stopped her last time for not dancing by this point in the song. And here she is again, not dancing by this point in the song. I'm just saying, somehow they got more lenient.
Your shoes. You're tracking snow everywhere.
No she isn't.
These are your weapons.
Okay, cool, but what?
There's a map, and fire, a knife, and a key. The fifth thing is a mystery.
Sounds like someone forgot what the fifth thing was. This girl goes from captive to warrior in like unbelievable record time, yo. She survives this, or gets kicked back a level. I don't know what the rules are. After getting flung around by a creature that clearly has the upper hand, her sword is suddenly surging with stopping power. It's nice of them to come in one at a time, instead of all at once. Monster number 2's aim is almost as terrible as hers. This must be monster number 2's first day with that machine gun. He clearly had no idea how to use it, since she was basically able to run up to him and shoot him without any trouble. Well, if I had a literal white flag, I would be waving it in this movie's general direction. I'm beyond lost, ×2. When the hell did she get these Neo powers? Monster number 3 didn't even put up a fight. He probably couldn't see through that lampshade he was wearing. And now we're back to dance practice, making the previous 8 minutes of fight scenes mostly moot. Yay? I hope you're not too interested in this mind-blowing dance Baby Doll performs, because we never f***ing see it. Also, did her dance include her being confused and talking to White Sensei about her weapons and the things she has to collect? I feel like that part would still be mostly standing.
Don't want to hear your plan, okay? None of us do.
Except the obvious 2 or more that clearly want to hear the plan. What is this even supposed to mean?
What if it's a good plan?
What kind of question is this? Will Sweet Pea respond with, well, yeah, I'll hear it if it's a good plan? The girls in this Guantanamo brothel have showgirl-style makeup tables, for some reason.
I kept this safe through a lot of
Sweet Pea seems to forget they're sex slaves.
She had a knife to his throat.
Yeah, but then she gave the knife back by dropping it right in front of it. Here are all the things we'll need to escape. I'll write them really big right here in the public room.
How do you plan on getting these things?
Good question.
Whoever has the item we need, we get them to watch me dance.
Last time you danced, all I saw was some weird-ass bullshit olden-time samurai battle in the snow. So what did they see different that will make them sign up for the cause?
No, as long as I'm dancing, they won't even know you're there.
God damn, this girl is fucking high on her own seductiveness.
Second thing we need is something to start a fire with, as a distraction for when we escape.
Because fire is the only distraction people will believe.
What door does it open? It's for all of them, I think. It's a master key.
Well, how do you know that?
And the third thing is a knife.
You had a knife, but you fucking dropped it.
This plan is crazy.
This chick would be excellent at CinemaSins.
I'll get the map.
Can you wait to cross it off until you get it? Have you ever seen a list before? If the girls just get to roam free, you'd think that Blue would lock the door to his office, but then you might remember that this is just Baby Doll's daydream. I guess Baby Doll has only been exposed to terrible things, because she seems incapable of dreaming up anything a normal, well-adjusted person would dream up. Someone please explain Hawaii to this girl. No one involved in the production of this movie said anything about dick blimps.
They're using steam power and clockworks to keep them moving.
What? Complaining about the absurdity of this film's fight scenes would be like complaining about Wile E. Coyote surviving his run-ins with malfunctioning Acme products. But I'm gonna do it anyway, because the fight scenes are worse than absurd. They're boring. Here, a handgun will take down a fighter plane, because why not? This is some pretty advanced technology for what looks like dystopian steampunk World War I. Baby Doll's reality only gets us to the 50s-ish, so she would have no way of imagining anything like this. And now Vanessa Hudgens is kicking ass with kung fu and shit, and I'm absolutely tuning out from here on. I mean, goddamn! She's a recently enslaved ballet prostitute, right? How the f*** does she know to glamour flash her weapons and know standard military hand signals, huh?
Von so weit weg hergekommen.
Not really, she's just imagining all this.
Field Marshal Monster von Zombieberg.
Literally lucking the f*** out. She fires at him several times, but somehow, even while missing him, she still misses the giant balloon airship. Yep, definitely still watching fantasies here, and not reality. Everyone's still back at the ladies' sex prison, and this is all a really expensive dream. Also, here's another movie that somehow feels compelled to remind me of Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. Every time a Zeppelin burns, a Robert Plant gets its wings. Stop dropping useful weapons! Now she's deflecting bullets with a sword? Jesus, exactly how Jackie Chan was she before the imprisonment? She's probably wishing she had a machine gun right now. Well, Jamie Chung Pacific rimmed here just at the perfect moment. My real question is, how did Blondie know that was gonna happen? Because if it doesn't happen, Blondie is dead, no? Yep, you just watched 12 minutes of absolute bullshit. Also, from what I can figure, these girls aren't prostitutes, but are instead dancers, and men pay big money to see them dance in a rehearsal space. But every time they dance, we, the audience, see some kind of battle that isn't actually real. Do I have all that right? Because if so, this movie.
All she has to do is do what she did just now.
Okay, that's fine, but just don't make me watch that fight scene again.
I ran away from mine. Sweet Pea followed.
Runaways often end up in prostitution, but this isn't prostitution. Remember, this is a fantasy in Baby Doll's head right before she gets a lobotomy. So did these two sisters run away and end up in a mental institution, or did Baby Doll make it all up?
Have you just ever wanted to just take something back? You know, something you said, something you did.
Yep, the no gravity in space wording on that sin from the Avengers video. Oh wait, you weren't talking to me directly, were you? The imprisoned dancing prostitutes apparently have to clock in.
Kiss the neck. You like that?
What neck? Leave Freddie Mercury out of this.
Amber, put us on approach.
Skip!
Oh yeah, and one more thing. Don't wake the mother.
No, seriously, skip! So this plane only has one propeller, yet it's still allowed to fly normally. I can't fault Baby Doll for not knowing how planes work. Wait, yes I can. You know, it would at least be nice of the movie to sort of try to barely sort of explain why the dances always show up as battle scenes, right? I mean, is the entire movie an example of the imagery sex slaves are forced to conjure up during forced sex sessions? Because if so, why would you make a movie about that? I guess Tolkien and Peter Jackson didn't lock down the copyright on orcs, so everybody gets to put them in their movie if they want. Yep, they just shot an orc in a catapult, and he actually landed on the plane they were aiming at. That just happened. These creatures decided to launch 2 of their soldiers at the plane, instead of a giant rock or an explosive literally anything else that might be more effective. The dragon nest is human bones, which is basically garbage. It's like if I slipped on a pile of takeout boxes. Now I'll get back to Egypt and activate Lilu. Dragon helm scream.
Hey, fat, you ugly mother!
She doesn't say f*** so we can maintain the PG-13 rating, all while exposing 13-year-olds to the idea of the word f***. You can bleep f*** out all you want, but everyone knows what you're f***ing saying, and anyone who does that is f***ing ridiculous. Shit, that dance routine about killing a dragon brought this asshole to genuine tears. Why? Who cares? F*** you.
Halfway home.
Nope, you just have a lighter. You're still in the same f***ing place. I worry for these girls when they finally do escape into the real world and find it's not all hallucinatory battles, but whatever. Hot girl hug.
It's the fraternity of performers.
Technically, this would be a sorority.
I need this bull to stop!
But what bull? They danced. The fat man with the cigar loved it and clapped. Where is the bull?
We need your music.
Pitch perfect line spoken to Anna Kendrick somehow works its way into this script, which is understandable considering how much weird-ass bullshit I've already seen. Potatoes. Everything up until now has told me that when these girls dance, we see battlefield. But this time, we just watch her awkwardly dance on commercial kitchen equipment. And now for no reason, here's Saturn in the background, because this is suddenly taking place in either space or another dimension where Saturn is this fucking huge and visible from Earth. But they're still physically back in the ballet room doing a sexy dance right now, right? I mean, this movie tells me nothing about what's real and what's fantasy. Where the f*** all these extra robot warriors keep coming from? She's gone twice around at least at this point, but robots keep materializing like it's a movie or something. Oh no, they have to deal with this bomb before it blows up the city that doesn't exist. Wait, if her dancing is what puts people in a trance, then why is the absence of music a problem? Unless it's actually the music that ensnares fat men, just keep dancing. Jenna Malone dies, but she was saved in an earlier movie, so I'm not that worried about her soul. Did they really need to drag Don Draper into this?
So...
Is the rampant murdering without consequence supposed to be a metaphor for lobotomies? Or did the mental hospital actually kill them?
It's just us now.
Except for all those other girls who were also sex slaves, but we don't care about them, apparently. She stabbed the main dude, but didn't bring that knife or steal any guns and before this big breakout. Makes sense. Movie that is either about risque ballet recitals or violent battles somehow ends up in Bruce Wayne's driveway.
I said, where are you going?
Why even do this? I thought she had sexy hypnotizing dance powers that could have distracted this group of goons for hours.
Just 1 week here. She stabbed an orderly, started a fire, and helped another patient to escape.
And she made it all seem very cinematic and worth watching, and stretched it out over 2 hours, and for some reason included harmless ballet classes.
But you wanted me to do it.
Hot tip, in a movie that features a lot of rape, don't have a character say this sentence.
Okay.
Well, I feel like the guy who showed up so late to the party, he's the only guy not understanding the 3-hour-old inside joke. Shrink? Patient? Prisoner? Ninja? Why does the movie even think I give a anymore?
Get him out of here.
They took her away. Too late, though. She's already corrupted. And the rest of us, well, we're already scarred enough as it is. And confused. But mostly confused.
I know it's okay. Go find a seat in the back. Try and get some sleep.
Congratulations, Mr. Imaginary Guardian Angel, but also maybe a real guy, for being the only man in this entire movie who is not a rapist.
I'm gonna tear up the dance floor, dude. Check it out.
I've been born again my whole life. Accepting Jesus into your heart and getting saved is a big decision.
It's the hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life for us.
Only you
can prevent forest fires. Only you.
We are a sex bomb and we are here to kick your teeth in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Attention. Attention, all personnel. No casualties expected for indefinite period.
Are you really gonna try to escape?
Don't even think about trying to escape.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more. The bloody red barrel was rolled up the score.
I am the last one.